And I remember, I kind of want to learn again one day, but it's one of those things where I tried. There's some things that like I really want to do, like, but I've tried so many times and failed so many times that my brain's just like, no, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. One of those is roller skating. I've tried roller skating on I think 3, maybe even 4 separate occasions, and every single time has been horrible. I remember the first one, I was really little, and I got my skates on, and I couldn't even figure out how to move. Every time I would try to go forward, I would get like 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Literally. I think, like, I was told that I had to at least go around the thing in a circle. And so, like, I went around the rink once, and it took me, like, at least 5 minutes. Because every time I tried to go forward, I would just start rolling backwards. And I still don't even know how that happened. But, you know, but the second time, I remember the second time I tried roller skating was the worst. The third time I tried it, I think was very similar to the first time. I just couldn't figure out how to get moving. But like the second time, I have no idea how I did it. I actually did get moving, and I got moving fast. And I knew that, like, in order to stop on rollerblades, it has like that little suction cup thing on the tip of the toe. But with how fast I was going, I knew that if I did that, I would faceplant. And so my dumbass, my little like 10-year-old dumbass self, was just like, I'm just gonna grab the cinder block wall. Like, it was like painted cinder blocks, so like it wasn't too rough, but it was still pretty rough. And I was like, yeah, I'll just grab the wall to stop me, you know, like it'll at least slow me down so then I could use the little suction cup thingies. I grabbed the wall and I tried to hug it so tight to stop myself that I had a bruise from my wrist, the inner of my wrist, all the way like up past my elbow, like all the way to my bicep or tricep or whatever the bottom of that is, and like a full-on bruise on like the entire underside of my arm. And it was like speckled in the way that like the cinder block was painted. And I remember I did that on a field trip too, so I got home and my mom saw just how purple my arm was and was just like, what the fuck happened to you? And I was like, I tried roller skating again. And she was just like, what did you do? And I think that bruise lasted for like a solid 2 weeks, and like, oh my god, it was horrible. And just, it's to the point that I'm just like, I do want to learn how to roller skate so bad, but like, I just don't know if I should. I've tried 3 times and failed miserably every time. Because I think it's one of the definitions of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and you know, expecting different results, you know? So it's one of those things where it's like, I've done this 3 times, with horrible results every single time. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I just had to admit that it's not for me. It also doesn't help now that I have, really weak ankles. Because I was diagnosed at, like, I think 12 with tendonitis in my wrist, which is basically just young person arthritis, and it just doesn't go away. Like, you can do things to, like, make it not progress as fast, but, like, it's damage that's never going to be undone, and if anything, it's just going to get worse. And that was diagnosed on my wrist at the age of 12. And I have the exact same feeling in my ankles, but I have not been diagnosed. But it's one of those things where it's like, pretty sure I have the same thing in my ankles. So yeah, no, it just sucks. It's, you know, my human body is so frail. And I don't know why I'm keeping it, but you know, it's like a souvenir. I like it. I could go full demoness, but like I don't want to. It's no fun.